Hello and welcome back to another video on the Football Zone and to a review of this week's European games and a preview of the Premier League games, and starting off with an incredible game at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid 3, Man City 3. City got off to a dream start before Real Madrid found themselves 2-1 up after 14 minutes. Phil Foden then equalised and Gvardiol put them 3-2 up before Valverde in the 79th minute equalised. And yeah, Man City dominated the ball, but I think in terms of action it's quite equal. I think City, going back to the Etihad level, I said in the preview they'd be happy with that outcome, and that's exactly the outcome they got. So yeah, I cannot wait for the second leg. But moving on into Arsenal against Bayern, and it resulted in a 2-2 draw. Saka gave Arsenal the lead before Gnabry equalised just after that. Harry Kane then put Bayern ahead from the top on his return to North London before Trossard in the 76th minute gave Arsenal a draw. And I think Arsenal, they probably, I think for me, maybe had slightly the better of the game here. So yeah, I think in the end they probably will be disappointed that they didn't come away with a win here, because it's going to be a tough ask having to get a result at the Allianz Arena. Moving on then to an absolute shocker for Liverpool at home to Atalanta. Scamacca with 2 and Pulisic with 1. Atalanta winning 3-0. And Liverpool dominated the ball, probably had quite a lot of shots as well, but just didn't really do anything with it. Atalanta were clinical and Liverpool were off their game and got punished. And yeah, any hopes of a quadruple now seem to be very much fading. Couldn't we rule out another miracle? No with Liverpool, but I think, yeah, it's definitely going to be a big ask from here. Moving on into another disappointing night for an English team in the Europa League. Leverkusen 2, West Ham 0. And to be fair to West Ham, they stuck at it for 82 minutes, but kind of fell apart after that. 2 goals in 10 minutes, one from Hoffman, one from Boniface. And yeah, you kind of feel like Leverkusen dominated the tie throughout. Maybe they should have been well ahead before that, but that kind of ruins their any chances. They got back to the London Stadium at 0-0, then they could have had a chance, but no, it didn't quite work out like that. And yeah, it's going to be a very tough Arsenal now. But moving on then to West Ham, to Aston Villa 2, Lille 1 in the Conference League, and it was Watkinson again who gave Villa the advantages before Diakate in the 84th minute made it 2-1. And yeah, in the end it was a win for Villa here. And I don't think there was a lot to separate these two teams. It's relatively even, which is why I think, both of these remaining legs will be pretty close. So it's crucial for Villa to have that advantage going into the away leg, and that's what they've done. So I think, yeah, they'll be absolutely delighted with that. But moving on into the weekend preview, Newcastle against Tottenham in a big game. Newcastle 10 points behind Tottenham as the table stands. So, it's unlikely they'll get in the Champions League spot, but both of these teams were fighting for their respective places in the league. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, this one. I think Tottenham away from home probably would take a point. It's a tough game for them. Newcastle maybe at home looking for all 3 points. But, yeah, I think this could be a really even game with not much separation the two sides. I'm going to say it'll be a 1-1 draw. Moving on into Brentford as they take on Sheffield United at the GTAC. And, yeah, Sheffield United put in a really spirited display in that draw away to Chelsea. You could say similar for Villa as well. Both these teams kind of seem to have stemmed the flow of losses a bit recently, but they seem to be doing it with draws. No wins for either of these sides in the last 5. So, I think there's a big opportunity for both to get back on form. Sheffield United, they're all a bit down realistically, but if they can get a win here, you never know. But I just feel like Brentford will have too much quality. I'm going to say 2-0. Moving on into Burnley as they take on Brighton at Turf Moor. And yeah, this is another interesting game. Burnley kind of felt like that loss to Everton last time out could have been like their final blow for them, really, when they kind of knew that they had no chance of going through and getting a spot in the Premier League next year. But yeah, I think Brighton will be feeling optimistic going into this game. They know they've got the quality to do it. I think they'll just about edge the victory. I'm going to say 2-1. Moving on then to Man City against Luton at the Etihad. And yeah, let's face it, this is about as tough as it comes for Luton. Obviously got that big win last week to give them a glimmer of hope. And yeah, I don't think many Luton fans really chose this as a game to back it up with. Yeah, it's going to be an incredibly tough ask for Luton, but you never know. I feel like if any of them can, it will be Luton with that fighting spirit and heart and passion and desire they have. So yeah, I think City will do it. I think City will do it comfortably, but you never know. I'm going to say 4-0. Moving on into Nottingham Forest against Wolves at the City Ground. And yeah, this is a big game for both these sides. Wolves, still maybe trying to get an outside chance of getting into Europe. But Forest, very much looking over their shoulder after a tough week for them with Luton winning. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting game, this one, and one that you feel could go either way. I think Forest kind of need a result here. I think it's a winnable home game. I think they will get the result to kind of release on the pressure. I'll say 2-0. Moving on then to Bournemouth as they take on Manchester United at the Vitality. And yeah, this is a really interesting game. Bournemouth coming into this one. Obviously had that really disappointing defeat to Luton last time out. But Manchester United, after a decent run, kind of maybe not on the greatest run of form, to be honest. So yeah, both these sides may see this as an opportunity to get back on the road, if you like, and reinvigorate their form. I think United away from home, I think they will have more quality. I'm going to say 2-0. Moving on then to Sunday's games, and we've got Liverpool taking on Crystal Palace, and it's been a disappointing week for Liverpool, dropping points there. Manchester United last week, and on Thursday, that horrifying result at Atalanta, it's all put them out of the Europa League, and they need a response. So Crystal Palace at home, you think it probably could be the perfect day to do it, but yeah, they'll be really hoping so. It's a big game for them. I think they will do it, get back on track. I'm going to say 2-0 to the poll. Moving on into West Ham against Fulham at the London Stadium, and yeah, big game for West Ham. They're still looking for a European spot. Palace, of course, kind of struggling. Fulham, kind of struggling with mid-table. They haven't got much to play for nowadays, you kind of feel like. So yeah, I think West Ham, they should really go into this one looking to attack, looking to be on the front foot. I'm going to say West Ham will get the win here. I think it will be narrow and tight. Well, I think they'll do it. I'm going to say 2-1. Moving on into Arsenal as they take on Aston Villa at the Emirates. And of course, this is going to be a very tough game for Villa, but they need the points to stop Arsenal's rivals, Tottenham, getting the Champions League. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, this one. They need it, but I think, Arsenal look so strong at the moment. It's kind of hard to see them slipping up, really, you feel like, with the way they're going, really putting pressure on Man City, and they kind of need to be perfect from here on in as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes, but I think Arsenal will have enough. Moving on into Chelsea as they take on Everton at Stamford Bridge, and yeah, Chelsea coming into this one, I think feeling pretty optimistic, I would say. Obviously had that draw last time out to Sheffield United, which really was a really poor result, but I think there has been signs recently with that 4-3 win over United that are definitely getting better and stronger at the moment. Everton got that big win over Burnley. It's definitely released under pressure. I think they're all a bit safe. I think Chelsea have enough quality to get the win here, 2-0. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily football news, meme and content. Subscribe for our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.